Hey guys, this is Pharaoh2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we talked to Vera Misha, and tried talking to her about, about this forgeries she committed, unknowing to her. She was 12 years old. Do you really think her father's gonna tell her, oh, honey, you're doing illegal work here, so, keep at it? Of course not, so, just in her innocent mind, that's just painting and doing work. But so we were talking to her a little bit about that, and we found out her client, we're assuming, is Christoph, so we're kind of leaving it at that. So we're actually done with the past Jew studio, so instead we're going to go to the detention center, so let's do that now. I kind of forgot who's actually in here. Well, whatever, we'll figure it out. It should be interesting nonetheless. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? Two men on either side with single transparent pane, and it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, no proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. Stage awaits, and what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. Yeah, whatever. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Menifee Gramarye, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valant or his partner, Zack? His partner vanished before an answer could ever be found. If I'm gonna get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and start talking to Valant here. I love how they're playing. I love this whole past sequences. They play I believe it's the first Phoenix Wright game soundtrack. It's not from Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations. And I don't know. Like I said, it's to me it's so much nostalgia for that one. So I love the music. So let's go ahead and begin talking. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and never ever touched it. Glorious spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadow, and his very disappearance in itself is a revelation. Revealing what? Zack Gramarye killed Menifee. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience awaits with bated breath, there will be Valant. And also, yes, now that my partner has disappeared, Menifee's repertoire is mine. Valant Gramarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. Jeez, yeah, I understand, I don't know. I don't want to hate Valant, but another side of me, yeah, I kind of despise him in a sense. Whatever. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters as well. You were just as obligated to follow Menifee's instructions as your partner. So I was. Only Zack Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak any more of the who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Menifee had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. Ah, damn. I think you're about to reveal it because I'm tired of this crap. I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. Yeah, no, I'm not going to take that as an answer. I'm going to go ahead and try breaking your Cyclops right now, buddy. Because you're hiding something, and I'm going to find out what. So what I do. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth here, and that's what I'm gonna find out. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, That's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales, and he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerless as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is that it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Well, one of your props, so to speak, is pretty dangerous. This pistol. It's an actual... It fires a real bullet. Something can easily go wrong. We also kind of figured this one out during the third case in Justice for All, with the whole thing about I forgot the kid's name, Acro, or Bat, I don't know, it's one of those two. He got bitten by a sneezing lion, you know, and that was all just kind of for fun, you know. That wasn't meant to happen. It was supposed to be a joke, but that happened, blah blah blah. So mistakes do happen for, you know, for stuff like this. And well, using a pistol, I would think, then yeah, a lot of bad things can happen here. Why, that's one of ours. Specifically designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet. One shot. What are you suggesting, then? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers! I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valant. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valant's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot 'em canceled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been canceled because someone has already been hurt. Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? Performance of magic is not considered with what ifs. It's concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that show might go on, and this shows who it was. Now, we always know about the Troupe Gramarye, Valant and Zack, but there's always that girl in the middle we don't know too much about. Remember, she's in Trucy's locket. Trucy's mother, Thalassa. Now, I can't even see the photo right here. So, we're gonna make a bold claim here. We're gonna assume that somehow Thalassa, or I say Thalassa, it could be Thalassa, I don't care. But we could say that maybe it was her who got hit. But what does that all mean? Well, I think you guys are about to find out. But that's Zack Gramarye's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name. Alakazam! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot, and this clearly shows how much danger she was in. And I believe, I believe it could be the stamp here, because I remember the whole shoot-'em was between Zack and Valant. So, we can assume that if she's part of the act, then she was kind of in the middle of it, and that was part of the show, but I guess on accident, well, she was hurt. Troupe Gramarye's performances were very, very popular. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of their fame. You were not merely the latest craze. You were in an age. A golden age. It's all here on the stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Yuck! Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know! Really now. A part of his memory is still locked up. There's one thing you're failing to address here. What's that? As you say, our troupe was a world unto itself. If our leader, Magnifi, was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. Wright, then he would have hit a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Valance got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnific covered it up, his innocence would have come into question here. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? I'm so close. There has to be something about how Talassa's death could affect Zack and Valance's relationship with Magnifi. I see in your eyes, you still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Talassa's accident tied your hands so completely. Well, I believe with this, we can actually do this with a person. It's gonna take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both of your hands, and this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. And I believe it would be Talassa. So, I guess we did know from beforehand that Talassa was the wife of Zack. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I've actually played this game, and the story is still a little fuzzy in general for me, so I keep forgetting what's been exposed and what hasn't, so it's whatever. But I believe this sums it all up. It wasn't a question of who shot Talassa. Talassa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Grimoire's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifi Grimoire's only daughter. Ugh! Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't a key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident! I feel bad. I mean, yes, it was an accident, but someone's life was taken. That's terrible. There's no proof. None at all! But Talassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Grimoire? The master, Magnifi Grimoire, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That doesn't sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted to faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that's all it was. An accident. Zack and Valance tore to force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly, straight toward that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow, into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick, with a new twist. And tragedy. Oof. But as for whose bullet stole Talassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Talassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnifi, his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It was all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Ugh, God, that really does suck. Especially for Zack. I mean, it's his wife, and of course Magnifi, it's his daughter. So, of course, a lot of people are affected by this. So it takes their toll on them. I can imagine. Why did Magnifi Grimoire try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troop Grimoire, a passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack to Valance. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Talassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found who could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art for his benefit. You see, I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death as a guillotine above your heads? Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Grimoire, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told. Naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has to be helped. This has helped a lot. Not to find Magnificent Slayer, I would think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently. A reporter? He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking around about the dressing room doing his research. Would you happen to remember his name? What was his name? Sorry, but I've forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not. I see. His name, I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Well, thanks for your help. It's no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over True Grammar Eye, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last Floss then started connecting Zacharai to this world. Sooner or later, I have to track him down. I believe you all know who he's talking about, so I'm not even going to say it. It's pretty easy to figure out. So with that, we actually finished everything that has to do with the past. So now, we actually have well, all the stuff open for the present. That includes the present Drew Studio here, and of course Sunshine Coliseum. So I think what I'm going to be doing next is going to Drew Studio, and well, seeing what we can find out, because well, what else can we do? There's a lot more information that we have, especially concerning Thalassa demise here. So with that information, I believe we can actually uncover some new stuff. So yep, I guess that's what we're going to be doing next time, guys. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. I'll see you guys later.